Brazil is one of the most vibrant and welcoming countries in the world, drawing thousands of foreigners every year who dream of building a life here. Whether you are looking to retire in a tropical paradise, study at a world-class institution, work remotely while enjoying the Brazilian lifestyle, or reunite with your family, Brazil has a permanent visa pathway designed for you. Understanding which visa category fits your situation is the first step toward making that dream a reality, and that is exactly what this video is going to walk you through. Brazil's immigration framework offers several permanent visa options, each tailored to a specific life situation. Today, we are going to break down the most relevant ones, including the retirement visa, the student visa, the digital nomad visa, and the family reunion visa. We will also briefly touch on the work visa and the technical assistance visa. And if you are interested in the investment visa or the real estate investment visa, those are covered in a dedicated video on our channel, so make sure to check that out as well. Let us start with one of the most popular options among foreigners choosing Brazil as their new home, the retirement visa. Brazil is a dream destination for retirees, and the country has made it relatively accessible for those who can demonstrate a stable passive income. To qualify for the retirement visa, VITEM XIV, the applicant must prove they receive a minimum monthly income from a pension, retirement fund, or similar source. Under Brazilian legislation, specifically governed by Normative Resolution No. 40 of 2019 issued by the National Immigration Council, this minimum amount is currently set at $2,000, $2,000 US per month, which must be transferred to Brazil. If you plan to bring dependents, you will need to demonstrate additional financial capacity to support them, as evaluated by consular authorities. The retirement visa grants the holder the right to reside legally in Brazil, and after a period of continuous residence, the visa holder may apply for permanent residency or even citizenship. It is also important to note that under modern Brazilian migration law, residents on this visa are legally permitted to engage in formal employment in Brazil if they wish to do so, while their passive income sources remain fully allowed. The application process involves gathering a series of documents, including proof of income, a clean criminal record certificate, a valid passport, and health insurance coverage, among others. Navigating this documentation process can be complex, especially when dealing with translations, apostilles, and Brazilian consulate requirements. That is precisely where having specialized legal support makes all the difference. Moving on to the student visa, VITEM IV, this category is designed for foreigners who have been accepted into a recognized educational institution in Brazil. Whether you are pursuing an undergraduate degree, a postgraduate program, a language course, or a technical certification, Brazil offers a pathway for you to complete your studies. Regarding the permitted periods, the initial student visa and subsequent residence permit are typically granted for a period of up to 1 year. To remain in the country for the full duration of your academic program, the visa must be renewed annually. This renewal is straightforward but strictly requires the applicant to prove active enrollment, adequate class attendance, and good academic standing. A crucial and highly beneficial update under the modern Brazilian migration law is regarding employment. Unlike older regulations, student visa holders are now legally permitted to work and engage in paid internships in Brazil. The only legal condition is that the work hours must be fully compatible with the student's academic schedule, ensuring that studying remains their primary focus. Students who complete their studies and wish to remain in Brazil may transition to another visa category, such as a work visa or, under certain conditions, apply for permanent residency. The process of obtaining a student visa requires coordination between the applicant, the educational institution, and the Brazilian immigration authorities. Ensuring all documents are correctly prepared and submitted is critical to avoiding delays or rejections. Now, one of the most exciting and modern visa options Brazil has introduced in recent years is the digital nomad visa, officially falling under the VITEM XIV category. This visa was created to attract remote workers and freelancers who earn their income from foreign sources while living in Brazil. To qualify, applicants must demonstrate a minimum monthly income of $1,500 United States dollars, or have a bank balance of at least $18,000, 18,000 United States dollars, in savings. The digital Nomad Visa is initially granted for up to 1 year and can be renewed for subsequent periods, provided the applicant continues to meet the income and remote work requirements. This visa has been a game changer for thousands of professionals around the world who want to experience Brazil's incredible culture, climate, and quality of life without giving up their careers. It is highly important to understand that the digital Nomad Visa strictly requires the income to be sourced from outside Brazil. Working for Brazilian employers under this specific visa is not permitted. The application can be made at a Brazilian consulate abroad to obtain the visa, or directly within Brazil as a residence permit if the foreigner is already in the country legally. Given the specific income documentation and legal requirements involved, having expert guidance through this process is strongly recommended to ensure a smooth and successful application. The family reunion visa is another deeply meaningful pathway for foreigners who have close family ties in Brazil. This visa allows foreign nationals to live permanently in Brazil based on their family relationship with a Brazilian citizen or a legal permanent resident. Qualifying relationships include spouses, partners in a stable union, children, parents, and in some cases, siblings or other dependents that are Brazilians. The family reunion visa is one of the most human-centered immigration options Brazil offers, recognizing the importance of keeping families together regardless of national borders. To apply, the applicant must prove the family relationship through official documentation, such as marriage certificates, birth certificates, or legal declarations of stable union. They are specific and legal guidance is important to prepare the request. These documents typically need to be apostilled and translated into Portuguese by a certified translator. One of the key advantages of the family reunion visa is that it can lead directly to permanent residency, and in many cases, the process is more straightforward than other visa categories, provided the documentation is complete and properly organized. However, even with a seemingly clear-cut case, immigration bureaucracy in Brazil can present unexpected challenges. Having a legal team that understands the system from the inside can save you significant time, stress, and money. Beyond the 4 main categories we have just covered, Brazil also offers other important visa types worth mentioning. The work visa is designed for foreigners who have received a formal job offer from a Brazilian company. This visa requires the employer to sponsor the application and demonstrate that the position could not be filled by a Brazilian national. The process involves both the employer and the employee submitting documentation to the Brazilian Ministry of Justice and Public Security, and it can be a lengthy process depending on the industry and the applicant's professional background. The technical assistance visa, on the other hand, is intended for foreign professionals who are being sent to Brazil temporarily to provide specialized technical services, training, or knowledge transfer to a Brazilian company or organization. This visa is typically tied to a specific contract or project and has a defined duration. Both of these visa categories involve detailed legal and administrative requirements, and any misstep in the process can result in significant delays. Whether you are an employer looking to bring international talent to Brazil or a professional being transferred here, understanding the legal framework is essential. Before we wrap up, it is worth noting that 2 additional visa categories, the investment visa and the real estate investment visa, are not covered in this video. These are powerful options for those looking to establish a business or invest in Brazilian property as a pathway to residency, and they deserve a full and dedicated explanation. You can find that complete breakdown in another video on our channel, where we go into full detail on both pathways, the minimum investment amounts, the legal requirements, and the benefits they offer. Now, regardless of which visa category applies to your situation, one thing is absolutely clear. Navigating Brazilian immigration law is not something you want to do alone. The documentation requirements, legal deadlines, translation standards, and bureaucratic procedures can be overwhelming, especially when you are doing it from another country and in a language that may not be your own. That is where Botinha and Cabral International Law Assistance comes in. The team specializes in helping foreigners navigate every aspect of life in Brazil, from visa applications and immigration processes to broader legal support for those building their lives here. With deep expertise in Brazilian immigration law and a genuine commitment to their clients, Botinha and Cabral are the partners you want by your side throughout this journey. You can learn more about the team and reach out directly by visiting lawyerinbrazil.com. Do not leave your future in Brazil to chance. Get the expert support you deserve and take the first step toward your new life with confidence.